B'Shem Hashem Na'aseh v'Natzliach. We are moving right along Daf Chaf, page 20 in the Talmud Bavli. So the Gemara on the top, we were saying that you have to strip and take off all your clothes if you have shatnez on it. And even if you're naked in the middle of the street, there's no excuses, because it says, En chokhmah, en tevuna, ve'en dat keneged Hashem. But we said for a met mitzvah, if there's a dead body that has nobody to bury it, aval metamehu lamed mitzvah, amai. Lema ein chokhmah ve'en tevuna ve'en sa keneged Hashem. So basically the Gemara is saying, how could we allow the burial of this person to supersede the Korban Pesach, which is a very important commandment, and giving Brit Milah to your son? Gemara answers, Shani Hatam Dichtiv Ula'achoto. So Gemara says, La'achoto is teaching us that this is an exception to the rule, that usually something as severe as not giving a Brit Milah to your child, which is called Isur Karet, or something like not bringing Korban Pesach, which is also Karet, but here V'la'achoto is a specific exception to the rule, that this honor to make sure the body doesn't get defiled and eaten by the crows and the vultures, that's why it supersedes it. The Gemara says V'lignor minei. So let's learn from here that human dignity supersedes everything. The Gemara answers Sheva al Taisa Shani. And this Rashi is a very important Rashi. Rashi says, Devarim Rabim Hitiru La'akor Davar Min Hatzon Sayag Ipnei Kavod HaBeriot Hecha De'enu Oker. When do we allow human dignity to supersede the Torah's laws? That's if it's passive. Like Rashi says, as long as we tell you, sit down and passively reject the mitzvah, that's fine. But we never say proactively continue sinning for the sake of human dignity. And that's why you're not uprooting a Torah law from in actuality. Like for example, Sheva al Taisa. If Shabbat falls on Rosh Hashanah, we don't blow the shofar. Or if Shabbat falls on Lulav, on the day of Sukkot, So therefore, it's a commandment of the Torah to listen to the shofar or shake the lulav and etrog, but we uproot that by passively saying, since it's Shabbat and we're worried you're going to carry it, but that's just passively. But to proactively tell you to continue wearing shatnez, no, there's no excuses, and human dignity falls by the wayside. Amar Papa Labaye, Ma'ishana Rishon V'Detchushu Nisa, Ma'ishnana Anan, Deloit Chachshul Nisa. So Rav Papa asked Abaye why in the earlier generations miracles happened for them, and in our generation miracles don't happen. If it's because of learning, B'Sheni de Rav Yehuda, in the years of Rav Yehuda, Kuli Tanya Benezikin Have, they only learned the laws of Bava Metzia, Bava Kama, Nezikin, Va'anan Kama Tritan Shita Sidri. We have yeshivas learning all the 6 different tractates and segments of the Talmud. V'chi Ave Mata Rav Yehuda be'uksin, and Rav Yehuda would get to the Masechta Uksin, Haisha shekoves shetzierek bekedera, regarding the Mishnah that says if a woman tries to cook a vegetable in a pot, or if they wanted to. So again, the case here is that you're either preserving vegetables in a pot or olives with their leaves in a pot. Va'amri la zeitim shekavshem betirfeim teorim. And we learned that if you preserve the leaves with the olives together, it's tahor. So basically what the Mishnah is saying is there, usually if you touch the stem or the leaf of a fruit or vegetable, it's susceptible to tumah. But once you put it in vinegar or preserves to pickle it, since it becomes softened, it loses that status. So moving right along, it says, Rav Yehuda says, Amar Havayot, de Rav Ushmael kachazina hacha. Rav Yehuda was not sure about this, and he says, I see the quandaries of Rav Shmuel here. Va'anan kamatnitin be'uksin troyasar mesifta. He says, we, in our generation, we have 13 yeshivas learning the laws of uksin. V'ilu Rav Yehuda ki avi shalef chad mesane atemitra. But Rav Yehuda, when he would just take off one of his shoes during the fast day, because in the ancient times they used to pray without shoes, so he would take off his shoes to start davening. Already he didn't utter a word, rain came. And it says, he says, but we cry out and we fast and fast and fast and cry out to God, and nobody pays us any attention. So the answer is like this: Amar le kadmai havika masrin nafshayu akedush Hashem, ana lo kamasrin nafshanu akedush Hashem. He says in the earlier generations, they would sacrifice themselves to make a kiddush Hashem, to sanctify God's names. They had what we call mesirut nefesh. They would absorb and be willing to go through all different types of difficulties to make God's name go up. But we don't do that. That's why miracles don't happen for us. Rav Ada saw a Kutit woman, a non-Jewish woman, that was wearing a red, very flashy clothing in the marketplace. He thought that she was Jewish. Savar debat Israeli, kam kari yaminei. He went and he ripped it off her in protest. Iglai milta de kutiti. They found the authorities. Shamye ba'arbe me'od zuzi. They fined him 400 zuzim, like $400, a hefty fine for embarrassing the woman and ripping off her clothes in the public. So he was willing to sacrifice his own honor and get fined because of Chilul Hashem. And the Gemara says, he asked the woman, the Kutit woman, Amar la mashemech, Amar la maton. She said, my name is Maton. Amar le, maton, arba mezuz shavya. He says the gematria of maton 2 times is 400, and that's why they had punished me with 400 fine. Rav Gidol Avaragel Davakakos Vayatvi Asharit Tefila. Amar lehachi tavilu vachi tavilu. Rav Gidol would go sit before the women at the gates of the mikveh of the women, and he would teach the women to make sure that they were immersing themselves properly in the mikveh. Amar le Rabbanan loka mesafte mar miyetzahara. He said, you're not worried about the yetzahara to have bad thoughts when the women go in the mikveh, want to come out of the mikveh. Amar lehu, he said to them, Damyan ba'api ki kaki chivara. He says they're like white geese to me, which means I have no yetzahara for them. Rabbi Yochanan have a ragel to ka'azli v'yatev ashari de tefillah. Amar le kisakin banot Yisrael v'atfen mitfila misaklen bibe and who have a lesar shapiri kavasi. Rabbi Yochanan would do the same thing as Rav Gidol. He would sit by the gates of the mikveh where women immerse themselves, and he said they should look at me and have righteous, beautiful Talmidei Chachamim kids like me. Because we know halachically, we wanted to focus in this DAF YOMI more on halacha. A woman, when she comes out of the mikveh, one of the reasons we have a mikveh lady is that she should see a pure person. The first person, after she goes and dips in the mikveh and comes out, if she sees a evil person, it has an effect, because a lot of times on the mikveh night is when the night that they must be together with their husband and have relations, and it could cause the soul to become a inferior soul. So Amri Le Rabbanan, the rabbi said to him, Lo ka mesafti mar mi'ena de busha. He said, you're not worried about ayin hara? Amar lehu ana mizara de Yosef katina de lo shalta be'ena de bisha dichtiv ben porat Yosef ben porat ale ayin. He says, I'm not worried about ayin hara because I'm from the descendants of Yosef HaSadiq, that the evil eye has no influence on him. Because it says, Ben Purat Ale Ayin. He's like a person is bulletproof. The children and descendants of Yosef are Ayin Hara proof. And another source for this is, V'amarav Ava al tikre ale ayin ela ole ayin. They're above the eye. Nobody could give them, because of jealousy, an evil eye that harm should befall them. Rabbi Yossi bar Rab Chena v'yigdu lerov bekerav haaretz. Yaakov Avinu blessed them. He said, may you increase like fish in the land. Ma dagim shebeyamayim mechasin alehem ben ayin hara sholetet bahem av zaro shel Yosef ein ayin hara sholetet bahem. He said, just like fish, nobody could see with the naked eye, so there's no ayin hara on them. Because we said, ena baracha mitzuya ala b'sham samui min ayin. We said that blessing is only can happen on something that's hidden from the eye. So same thing here. Fish are immune to ayin hara because they're, and Yosef is like fish. Av zaro shel Yosef ayin hara v'baytem. So, and another reason is it's mida keneged mida, measure for measure. Ayin shelo rasta lazun mima sheino shelo ein ayin hara sholetet alav. Since Yosef, like if you look at Rashi, Ben Purat Yosef, the wife of his Potiphar Zolecha, and all the beautiful women always wanted to expose themselves to Yosef, but he never would not even do the action, but he even wouldn't look at them, at the master's wife. So mida keneged mida, the eye cannot harm him. The Mishnah goes ahead, Nashim v'abadim ktanim peturim mikriyat Shema. We know that women are absolved and exempt from any mitzvah that has to do with time restriction. So therefore, Shema, we said at night you have from the 3 stars till the morning star, dawn. So it's a time-constricted mitzvah. So women, servants, and children are absolved from Shema Israel.